Gary, how's your ticker after that?
Strong, I think. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here now. But listen, we knew you had to come into the Lions then, as it were. You know, they've got a good run of form. They get their supporters behind them. They scream for everything, and we had to hang on in there. And I was a little bit disappointed. We didn't create really enough when it was 11v11 or 10v11. But it took their goal for us to suddenly say, hold on a minute, you know, we got to get this back. And I felt at that point the boys upped it a little bit, and looked like it was 11v10 at that point. So you know, they're disappointed because they're on a good run. They could have gone up into the top 2 maybe, but you know, we've come down here and we've got our 2 goals that was needed to win the game. An
unlikely source of the 2?
Well, yes, to most people, but not to us. You know, he's decent in the air, Jordan, and he's. I don't know if either one of them hit the back of the net, but of course, you know, that was the flurry of lots of bodies being in there, and it was good that it went over the line anyway, both of them, and you know, we're really pleased that we're coming away with a win at a very, very difficult place to win.
The first one came from the 14th corner you'd had.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, well. You know, that's how it goes, and you know, we work very hard on our corners, but it's about individuals having the quality to put the right ball in, and then the quality to get on the end of something else. But at least I think we got on the end of 1 or 2 in the end crosses, so maybe 2 out of 14 is not bad. I don't know if they were both corners, were they?
Just the first one.
Just the first one. Okay, so 1 out of 14.
I think Stephen is pretty relieved because he'd had a good game until that point where he just turned and undercooked that back pass.
He's had a steady few weeks with us, and you know, it was a poor bit of defending, wasn't it? You know, he didn't know the fellow was behind him and ended up just nicking it back to our goalie, which he thought, and they nipped in and scored. But it livened us up a little bit, I suppose, and that probably helped us get the game back.
The crowd were pretty stoked really from well before the goal because of the sending off in the first half. It wasn't far in front of you. How did you see it?
Well, you know, there's all. You look at it, everything happens in quickly in seconds, doesn't it? And it was a foul. It definitely was reckless. Now, whether it's a sending off is up to the referee. You know, we wasn't all screaming here in the technical area, but if the referee deems it a sending off, then that's what he does. You know, he doesn't do it to give us an advantage. He does it because he feels the foul was a red card. That's nothing to do with us.
And from that point on, you know, Nathan had to keep his cool, didn't he? Because the crowd were after him for the rest of the afternoon.
Well, Nate's got a yellow card, which I was disappointed with, because you know that human nature, referees may want to even it up, and you know, not consciously but subconsciously. So we had 2 on a yellow card. So I was really pleased with them that they were professional enough to stay on their feet and defend and keep 11 men for us on the field. And you know, you can see that Notts County, you've got a 12th man here with the supporters and etc, etc. So you know, I don't feel sorry for them. I'm pleased for us, but I'm sure they'll be there or thereabouts come the end of the season.
What might this do for you collectively? Management, players, the whole club?
Listen, the last 3 or 4 games, I keep saying we've performed, and even before their goal, we was having a lot of good passing combinations and half chances, and then we missed a couple of chances again. I thought, oh no, here we go again. But thank God, you know, Jordan's popped up with a couple of good goals. Confidence
comes from winning though, doesn't it?
Confidence does come from winning, but it also comes from playing well, and you've got to put them all together. Then you've got to play well, get that confidence, and put away your chances. And we scored 2 today. We haven't done that for a little while, but we've been threatening it for a little while, and so I'm pleased. This new group now has won 2, drawn 1 and lost 1, and you know, our supporters had a good end. It was at their end, so they had a good view of the 2 goals. So I'm pleased for them, because listening to all your journeys up the motorway was obviously not easy, and so we thank people for making that effort and being here when we did get our win.
And just lastly, it is the loan deadline on Thursday. More evaluation through the week as to what you might be able to do?
Yeah, we'll be doing that. It's definitely going to be more evaluation, and then we'll look at it. It doesn't matter whether we're going to win, lose or draw. We're still going to evaluate and see whether we can improve our squad, which is what all managers got to try and do.